review what we have seen so far in the legislation. I've urged the members to review the legislation. It was filed 142 last night, so now we are seeing the actual language. There are concerns that we have about jobs that will leave the country because of lifting the ban on crude oil, but that the remedy for refineries is not adequate, and we're looking at, for one thing, one manifestation of job loss there. We're concerned about the ignoring of the urgency of the situation in Puerto Rico, where American citizens are really in a situation that we must address. It won't cost American people one thin dime to allow Puerto Rico to restructure their debt and have declared bankruptcy, not one thin dime to the American people. So those are two of the issues. Members are curious to see what the renewable package is to offset the damage done by the exportation of oil. But in a bigger sense, here we are at a time when we want to good-paying jobs, which we have here in our refineries. We're shipping those jobs overseas. At a time when Puerto Rico has this urgency about the well-being of that American territory where American citizens live and have fought for our country, we're ignoring that, not doing something substantial. I hope that the Speaker will today. At a time when the whole world is gathered in Paris, a whole world, every country of the world, leaders of the world came together to go forward on how we reduce emissions. We're adding and reducing dependence on fossil fuels. We're shipping crude oil overseas, increasing our dependence on foreign oil. At a time when the whole country is concerned about gun safety, the Republicans have rejected our appeal to lift the ban on research. The list goes on and on about concerns we have. We are trying to be as positive as possible because we must keep government open, but we're going to make a knowledgeable vote about it, and I'm very proud of our members' seriousness about this. You've said before, and I'm going to yield to Mr. Hoyer to speak about the extender package, which in my view is practically an immorality in terms of what it does, how it damages the future, and I've spoken on that. I'm going to yield to Mr. Hoyer to speak further.
So you want me to be short? We're going to have to rush.
The chairman's told me there are only 75 votes out, so I'll be short. First of all, 6 of the bills in the omnibus we haven't considered, weren't brought to the floor by the Republicans. This is an irregular order. Filed at 11:57 last night. The other bill filed later than that. We need to fund government. We should do so in a responsible way. Members will consider the substance. There are good things and bad things. That is usual in an appropriation bill. Having said that, this tax extender bill is extraordinarily irresponsible. It ought to be rejected. It undermines tax reform, which every member says they want to see. It undermines the investment in our future and in jobs and in growth in our economy. And lastly, it makes almost sure that we will have to continue some type of disinvestment in our country because of lack of resources. We ought to reject this tax extender. It is not tax reform. We ought to defeat the previous question, and then we will put on the floor a 2-year extender that will give us time to do tax reform and do a rational revenue stream for our country. And I hope that the tax extender bill will be rejected by the House of Representatives.
And with that, we will close until we get further information. Thank you.